This video will go through the operation of the Oasis CX Premium Salt Chlorinator. To set our clock, we press the clock timer button and then press the clock timer button again. This will allow us to change our time using the plus and minus for up and down, and OK to save, up and down to change minutes, and OK to save. To set our timers, we press the clock timer button. Up the top here we have the option of a dual cycle, which is running 2 filtration periods per day, or using the plus button we can change that to a single cycle running 1 filter timer period per day. For this example we'll use a dual cycle. Once you have chosen your cycle of choice, press OK, and this will prompt us to set our timers. Using the up and down button, or the plus and minus, we can change the hours. OK moves us to minutes, and it will prompt us through to the stop time of the first timer, start time of your second timer, and stop time of your second timer. Once you press OK the last time, these will save. And when in auto, the system will abide by the timers set. The Oasis CX Premium Salt Chlorinator has 3 modes of operation. First mode is auto. This will abide by the timers set. Using the power mode button we can scroll through. Second mode is off. This manually switches off the pump and chlorinator. Third mode is manually on. This will manually turn on the pump and chlorinator. It will manually run until the next timer period. For example, if you do this at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it will run the pump manually, if not changed by the power mode button, through to when your timer starts at 8 AM the next day. In the top right hand corner of the display, codes will be present to show the mode of operation. Currently we have a T1 code. That means that we're running on our first filtration cycle. If we're onto our second filtration cycle, a T2 code will be present. If the chlorinator is being used on a control system and has been put into external control mode, an EX code will appear in the top right hand corner. If you have a CX HJ cable connected to the chlorinator and a heat pump, and the heat pump is requesting pump run time outside of filtration hours, you will have a HP symbol up in the top right hand corner. When the system is off or outside of timers, you'll have no code in the top right hand corner. The Oasis CX Premium Chlorinator has a fully adjustable output setting. There are multiple reasons you would adjust the output of your chlorinator. Please refer to pool professionals to guide you on when and why you would reduce or raise the output of your chlorinator. Up the top of the screen, we'll see the current output as the system is running. To adjust this output, we use the plus and minus buttons to reduce or raise the output of the system. Once set, leave, and it will go back to the main screen. And you can see our output has dropped to 90%. Looking at the output of the system can also indicate salt levels. For example, if you have your setting to 100% output, yet your output is reading less than 100%, for example 80%, this will indicate that there is not enough salt in the water for the system to operate at 100% output. You would then use your salt test button to check and confirm and go and get a water test. The Oasis CX Premium Chlorinators have a chlorine boost mode. By hitting the Chlor Boost button, This will give an adjustable timer that the system will run for, ignoring all timers at 100% production. The chlorine boost mode is good for initial pool startups, redosing your pool after a water change, or if you have a high bather load and need to run extra hours of operation, say in the afternoon. Once set, the chlorine boost mode will run to the timer set, or alternatively, if you want to cut it short, just press the chlorine boost mode again and that will return you to regular operation. The Oasis CX Premium Chlorinator has a winter or blanket mode. This is a one-touch button to reduce the output of the chlorinator. For example, in winter, you may only need to run a 50% output to maintain your pool chlorine levels through the colder weather. Please refer to your pool professionals when seeking guidance on what that level should be. The other function of this button is for if you have a pool cover. When you have a pool cover on your pool, chlorine does not dissipate the way that it does when your pool is uncovered. This can result in overchlorination of the pool. The blanket mode button on the Oasis CX Premium Chlorinator will, at one touch, reduce production. For example, when your pool blanket is on, you may only need to run 50%. To set, we press OK and our mode will be winter. This will run the chlorinator at that reduced output until we hit the winter blanket mode button again, in which it will return to auto and the output set previously. The Oasis CX Premium Chlorinator has a backwash setting to aid you with backwashing your filter. First touch will turn your pump off if it was running and request you to move your multi-port valve to the backwash position. We press OK to move through. When pressing OK, it will now run the pump for 2 minutes. Now this is a default setting and you may not need to run your pump for 2 minutes on backwash. Please take note of your water level and also the sight glass on your filter to establish whether you need to run the full 2 minutes. You are losing water when you backwash down through the waste pipe to sewer, so you can drop below skimmer level if you are not aware of your pool water level. So either run the full 2 minutes, or if you're noticing the sight glass going clear, we can stop by pressing OK and moving forward in the backwash cycle. Our next step in the backwash cycle is to move the multi-port to rinse. So move your multi-port to rinse and press OK. Again, you'll get a timer. This one default is 1 minute. Once again, you don't necessarily have to run 1 minute of rinse time. Pay attention to your sight glass and your water level. Either let it run out the 1 minute or press OK to move forward, and our backwash is complete. Move your multi-port valve back to the filter setting and press OK. Final check on all valves and lid positions and press backwash to exit. The CX Premium Salt Chlorinator has a salt test feature. This is used to check salt levels. We press the salt test button. It will give us a reading of low, OK or high, and then an approximate TDS or parts per million value. The Oasis CX Premium Salt Chlorinator runs on a salt or mineral level of 3,500 to 4,000 parts per million. Using the salt test button will give you an idea of where your current salt levels are. It is very important that you let your pool shop, where you get your water tests done, or your pool maintenance person know that the CX Premium Chlorinator runs on 3,500 to 4,000 parts per million. Different brand chlorinators run on different salt levels, and if you have high or low salt, damage can be done to the chlorinator. Using the salt test gives you an idea of where your salt levels are at, but it is very important to have regular water tests done to gain an accurate salt level reading. The Oasis CX Premium Chlorinators will self-diagnose faults within the system. When we have a fault, such as the water flow fault that we've just caused by stopping our pump, our fault light will flash and a fault diagnosis will come up at the bottom. For example here, water flow fault. Other potential faults would be low salt or high salt. Refer to your manual for further information on faults that can appear on the chlorinator.